If you guys don't know, which you guys probably do, if you guys see my streams, that I am an avid gamer. Ever since I was like 5 years old, I've played some form of video game, more than likely every day. And if I couldn't get my video game fixed, then I would go to a Toys R Us or something like that. So what had happened was, one night I was kicking it out here in Vegas, man. Y'all know that's where I live. And I decided that, you know what? I'ma hit up the Nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'ma hit up the Nerd. Like, there's always a lot of celebrities. Plus, I know the owner of the bar. He wanted me to actually go into business with him, you know what I'm saying? He's always down there gaming and stuff because that's one of his favorite hobbies as well. Now, oh my God, people, I've dropped the ball at the Nerd a whole bunch of times. What I mean by that is, I've had a good amount of the ladies. They're like 2 girls up there throwing cheeks at me, and I just didn't catch it at the time. But we're not gonna talk about that. So what happened was, on this particular night, I go into the Nerd, and it's like a Super Smash Bros. Night. They're playing a bunch of video games. Everything's turned. Everything's lit. It was like a year and a half ago. So I get up in there, and me, I love playing Super Smash Brothers. Win or lose, I've got a whole bunch of jokes for the game because I've been playing it for like 90 plus years. You know what I mean? Ever since I was a children. So I'm up in there, I'm playing with people, and everyone's laughing, joking, and I'm having one of those nights where, you know what I mean? Like nothing can go wrong. All my conversations is everybody ending up laughing together, and everyone's coming together. To anyone who walked in, it's looking like I'm the guy in the middle who's making sure everyone's talking together. I was that guy on that night. Now, any guy who's ever gone out and been that guy for the entire night at an entire place knows that if you've done it more than 5 times, you're gonna run into someone, if they're having a bad night, they're gonna try to go out of their way to like pull you out of your good night. So I'm out there, I'm having a great time with people. I'm talking to everybody. Females is throwing numbers at me. I'm catching some of them. Yeah, man, I'm playing video games with people. Win or lose, we're having a good time. So after about an hour and a half of having the best time of my life, I go to leave the Nerd. And as I'm walking out, people are stopping me, and they're like, yo, oh my God, where are you from? Like, dude, like, you're just so cool, man. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm getting the hella glaze, you know what I'm saying? No diddy. So, you know, I'm talking to people, and, you know, but I'm still leaving. I'm leaving. And right as I'm leaving, I got to walk out the doorway. The doorway is really, really wide. And they got like 4 steps in front of the door, which is where everybody hangs out in front of. So, just so happens, usually it's at least somewhat clear of people, but tonight it was full. And it wasn't just full of any type of people, it was full of bullies. So luckily enough, big people who are usually bullies usually have some sort of sense of, you know, who not to mess with. But the most dangerous type of bully, the worst type of bullies, I feel like the type of bullies where mostly everything pops off around, is the bullies who probably ain't never been in a fight in their life, and they bullying just off the fact that they're around other people that look formidable. Oh my God, the worst type of people. The doorway was filled with, I'd say 6 to 10 really big Russian dudes. It was more than likely around 10 to 12. And then those 10 to 12 were filled in with Russian women, it seemed like, out-of-towner women. And in between all of those people, then it was a bunch of smaller dudes. Then in between all of those people, it was the smallest dude. This guy looked like White Magic Mike, you know what I mean? The pimp from Friday. Yeah, I swear to God, it was bad. It was bad. He had long hair like the Lord Jesus Christ himself. He could have been a door-to-door pamphlet pusher of religion that night. On God, man. Like, he really fit the description. Had the nerve to be wearing a fedora and shit. Even glasses. Bro, his glasses, his bifocals were thick as a librarian woman in an anime, bro. Like, his glasses were so thick, it looked like if he looked at somebody long enough in the daytime, their clothes would catch fire. Like, real talk. I told you we couldn't have a face-to-face conversation. I told you. Real shit, man. It was all the way bad. Picture the nerdiest dude. Picture a dude you look at and you know for a fact he's never seen a breast in real life. Not one. Not one time a woman has ever consensually shown titty. Like, that guy. That guy is always told to leave the room, and if he's not, he excuses himself. I'm in the religion. Like, hey, yeah, man, I got a mom. I can't do this. Like, yeah, I mean, so anyway, as I'm walking past everybody and everybody's going to give me dap, he reaches his hand out. Yeah, I mean, and just as I reach my hand out to take his hand, I know how the hand motion go. I reach back out in order to give him dap back in a show of solidarity and whatnot. And then he grabbed my hand and then he pulls me in to his chest and he says in my ear, he actually said it pretty freaking loud, actually. Like, he said it loud. He's like, don't think that because you've been being nice and that people like you, that you ain't a little bitch. He said that straight to my face. So me having been around the block a good amount of times already, I already recognize what this do. So I'm like, all right, man, you know, you have a nice night, bro. I go to walk off, right? And the people behind me are like, hey, that's what's up. Hey, like, they're all having a good time. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, I guess that wasn't the response that the little midget-sized Jesus-looking dude, because he really was built like Jesus, man. I swear to God, but just really short. He's like 4'9" or 4'8", and he was wearing like low-key, like not the Jesus get-up, he was wearing like some Hanukkah-looking stuff. What is that stuff called? He looked like some Jewish type of stuff. As I get 20 feet away, no bullshit, I hear the guy yell out, "Yeah, you better run, you little bitch." And I was like, oh. Now me, I be positive, you know what I'm saying? I'm a positive individual, but at the same time, sometimes people be letting the smooth taste fool them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, oh snap. So I turn around and I walk back up to him, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's what's up. Keep that same energy when I get right up in your grill. So I walk past everybody and I get right up into his face. Everyone's surrounding us and whatnot. The big Russian dudes are on the outside. They're, you know what I mean? They're close by, they're watching and everything. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing what I do. And I get close up on him and I just start roasting this dude to his face in front of everybody. I call this dude a midget, Jesus, Oompa Loompa built, goat, beard having. I went in on him. I forgot exactly what I said because it's like a year and some change ago. But I roasted him so good that everybody around was like, oh, he said you look like Jesus. Oh. Like all the big Russian dudes started erupting. And then I tell him, you know, out loud, I'm like, bro, I don't hope you don't think any of these dudes gonna save you, bro. You know what I mean? Because I could just take your cane, because he had a cane and everything. He was a whole cripple, you know what I'm saying? So I tell him, like, bro, I literally could take your cane and beat you with it, and ain't nobody gonna help you, you know what I mean? And everybody around me was like, oh, yeah, because you was talking that, yo, what's all you had to? So I'm like, yo, so what's all that you was talking? So what's up? What's good? The dude just starts stumbling. He starts stuttering. And after about a good 30 seconds of him stuttering, I was okay. So like I said, have a nice night. All right, see y'all later, yo. And I gave the big Russian dude some dap, and then I left, and they were like, oh. It wasn't the sunset, yeah, I mean, the sun wasn't setting. But as I was walking away and the sun was setting, I turned around, but it was already dark time, fully dark time. But I turned around just in time to see everybody ascend on this dude and start roasting him and talking smack about him and being crappy to him. And I'm like, yeah. I didn't have a one-liner for that, you know, even though I've been watching a lot of real good movies lately. But yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what happened that time. What's really funny is I saw the dude 2-3 days later, you know what I mean, at the same bar because they had like another event. So I came back, I saw the dude and he sees me and he's like, hey, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a great night, man. You know what I mean? Hey, thanks a lot for, you know, I'm just like, bro, like, you know what I mean? But now he's nice, you know, now the guy's nice to me. And I was like, oh boy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, you know what I mean? If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Twisms.